Good morning, students. You're on page 26. I'm explaining that chapter in short, and then we'll do the brainstorming questions. You must have gone through the chapter about organic farming, how the writer went back to his village in Dhanu. And when he once saw the moon growing under the uh, huge chiku trees, he understood that moon can be grown in abundance anywhere. Means it is that it doesn't need a lot of care and all, but still he wanted to try his hand on moon farming, but without the use of chemicals. So although he was told to use the chemicals, he did not use, and he was happy to see the growth of moong. And he says about 300 kilograms of moong he grew uh, by the way of organic farming. Then he wanted to try the rice, and rice also, which rice, the good quality rice, which had suddenly disappeared from the market, that is the kasbai rice. And but he could not get the seeds. He had to try very hard. Many of them had not even heard the name. At last, he goes to is taken to Boripada, a remote village, where he sees an old lady in a shattered house who is first reluctant to give the seeds, because you know what happens when people from the cities go to the villages, many of them who are uneducated and have never traveled outside their villages, they feel that the city people have come to cheat them. So at first they are a bit reluctant to give the proper replies. But then she understood that this man wants the seeds and he wants to try. And when she's handed over 100 rupee note for the first time in her life, she's actually shocked, where she had never seen the 100 rupees. Now, this is the situation of many of the farmers in remote areas. They are so ignorant and innocent, and that's why they feel that they can be cheated by the city people. So they don't they take time to be friendly. We'll go to that now. See, from the chapter you will get a passage. A passage, the questions will be asked from the passage, and a little bit of GK, as I said, in the web, or complete the following and all that, and personal response type. So this chapter is very easy. You can go through it again. We'll do this because writing skills are more important here. Page 31. Come to page 31. Now on page 31, see that growing in abundance is more important than quality of the crop is false. The quality of the right there, the quality of the crop is more important. The quality of the crop is more important than growing in abundance, the lesser variety of crop. Than growing in abundance, the lesser variety of crop. The quality of the crop is more important than growing in abundance, the quality of the crop. The quality of the crop is more important than growing in abundance, the lesser variety of crop. Next one. The author wanted to grow the desi variety is true, so there's nothing to write there. Next one. The author did not succeed in finding kasbai. False. The author was successful in finding kasbai from an Adivasi village from an Adivasi woman at Boripada, a remote village. The author was successful in finding kasbai from an Adivasi woman.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, we have done this.
Okay, what was the last that I did with you all? Then just tell me.
We did till A3, second one, page number 32, A3 second one we have done.
Okay. Yeah, come to A3 second one. I'll just repeat, students, on page 32. That was done. That flow chart was the done there. Come to A2 second. Go through the text once again and note down 𝙀𝙤𝙜𝙡𝙤𝙜's memories. Now, first one, it needs no protection from rain. Right there, it needs no protection from rain.
Miss, we have done this also.
Now, where am I? That means
We have to start A4. Read
okay.
the following. Yeah.
Okay. Come to A4 students. Now, what happens, students? I'm the only one for English, and I go to all the batches. So now it happens sometimes somewhere. Uh, it's more of it is done somewhere less, depending on how the students pick up. It's that way. So good, you all reminded me that way. And next time also, in case I'm wrong, you all can remind me. A4 on page 33. Read the following sentence. She muttered in reply, and we looked at Jeevan for quick interpretation. Now, this is about the Adivasi village. She muttered means what? First, she was reluctant, seeing the city people, why this suddenly Kasbai they want and all that. And but when Jeevan spoke to her in the language, in their language, she agreed. Okay, it's that. So she just muttered, saying that she was reluctant and she could not understand why these people had come and why they wanted the rice, because people had started growing had stopped growing that kaspai rice. So that is what you have to say. Come to the second one. Now, this particular, open your notebook, students. This is going to be a grammar. I'm going to explain this. Now, first, let me explain verbally. Then I'll give you all to write the examples and the definition. Now, simple, compound, and complex, although you must have done in school, a little bit of in advancement here. Now, and I'll explain in very short and easy method. Now, she muttered. She muttered in reply. Now, see that sentence. She muttered. Muttered is one verb there. Okay. Then he went to school. He went to school late. Went. One verb. So simple sentence. I completed my project in time. Completed. So one verb. That is a simple sentence. So a simple sentence will consist of only one verb. Just remember that. Forget that subject, predicate, and all that. Then come to the compound sentence. And compound sentence, it is that again becomes very simple, because you only have to learn those 5 coordinating conjunctions. What now, we will not say conjunctions, we will say coordinating conjunctions. Now, which are those? And, but, therefore, neither, nor, either, or. He did not work hard, therefore he failed. So did is the verb there, failed is the verb, and you will circle and therefore. So therefore is the coordinating conjunction. So this way we have compound sentence. Once you know simple sentence, compound sentence, it's very easy to know the complex. All the rest will come in that complex category. And, but, therefore, neither, nor. Once you know either or, and simple sentence, one verb, compound sentence, coordinating conjunctions, two or more verbs, complex becomes very easy. Okay. Now start writing. I'm dictating. Write this simple sentence.
Miss, you have given us.
Hare Baba. Then where am I then?
Miss, you completed the complex sentences one.
Okay. Oh my God. Come to A5 then, students. I'm sorry. A5. Planting and growing more crops a year seems to be progress. Okay. According to modern technology, modern standards of farming, growing more crops is important because of the growing population. But at the same time, there are harmful effects because of the pesticides and chemicals used there, artificial fertilizers. It spoils the fertility of the soil. It harms the environment and human beings. Okay, so that you have to say. The chapter makes a case against it. Case. So he is against it. The writer is against the normal modern farming with the use of chemicals. He wants organic farming because it is good for health. So that is what you have to give. Now, such answers will not be more than 5 to 6 lines because they will be 2 marks questions. And so just write 5 to 6 lines only. Next one, describe in about 150. You don't have to write this in the notebook. Just understand. Describe in about 150 words your experience. Now, your experience similar to the writer will be something against the normal procedure. So something in the school or in childhood which you tried, in spite of the obstacles and you were successful, that your own experience you're going to write. Just think of that, some kind of experience like that, maybe with your friend, with your studies, compared that way you can write any such experience. The writer goes in search of invaluable indigenous variety of seeds. Yeah. 3 reasons. Now, this is very important. Why we should keep records, why we should maintain records. Now, records are very important because history itself is a record of facts. Unless records, if records were not kept, we would not know what the past was. And knowing the past is very important because we come to know not only about the culture, heritage, and everything, but all the methods, the way of life they led, and the tools or the instruments, whatever they used. So that way you have to say. And keeping records has got one thing is that we can learn from the mistakes of the past, we can improve upon them. The future should know what their ancestors did, from where they came, and how they have progressed. And then other reasons also that records, proper dates and years and facts have to be mentioned. Otherwise, some of the uh, good things might be forgotten. We should continue with that also, what was good in the past. So that, yeah, there are 2 3 reasons you can give why records should be maintained. Write a blog in about 100 and 150 words on. Now, what is blog writing? Blog writing is just like essay writing, but essay writing is in three. We will do this later on. Essay writing is in 3 paragraphs. That is the introduction, the content, and the conclusion. But blog writing is in 2 paragraphs or in 1 paragraph also. You may write in 3 paragraphs, but it will be shorter, not as big as the essay. So it will not be a 4 marks. It will be 2 or 3 marks. That is blog writing. And organic farming, you can take the points from the chapter itself. Then next one. Yes. Now open your notebooks. We are doing view and counter view. Now this is one writing skill. View and counter view means it's like a debate, for and against. For and against. Now viewpoint is for, counter view is against. Now, in the exam, viewpoints are given always. Now, whatever the viewpoints are there, and minimum 4 have to be there, and you have to counter those 4 points and either write in 4 points or in a paragraph. Now, here the question is saying, copy this question, write a short paragraph, not the points. Write a short paragraph in about 120 words to be used as a counter view for the following topic. Buy a bigger cloth for your coat. Copy this question. Don't copy the view section, just copy the question. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Now I'll tell you how we will go about it. Copy that question. Don't copy the viewpoints. Now write it in a paragraph form. There are two ways. You can write it point-wise also. You can write it in a paragraph. Now here the question is saying write a paragraph. So write a paragraph. First one. Now see, what are the viewpoints? Viewpoints are we cannot survive by the dictum cut your cloth. Now what does this dictum mean? What does this phrase mean? Cut your cloth means use only how much you require. It means that. Cut your cloth according to your uh, cloth. That means you should buy only what is necessary, not buy more or not keep more things in your house or buy only that much of cloth, how much you require. It means that. Now, modern world, we should think big. Now, these days, we should think big means we should be open to everything, whatever is available, and you can even spend a lot. It means that. Think of increasing your income instead of reducing your needs. Now, yeah, we have to increase our income. Why should we reduce now the what this point is saying? Why should we reduce our needs? Because there's so much available in the market, we need to try everything. It means that we cannot deny ourselves what the new world offers for us. The new technology, new things, everything new in the market. We cannot uh, refuse all that. We have to work according to the times and all that, buy, purchase, or use the technology according to the time. It means this. Now we have to counter this, talk against these points. Now start writing. Today's world is full of attractions. Today's world is full of like that. Today's world is full of modern commodities and attractions. Modern technology also you can take. Today's world is full of modern technology and attractions. Today's world is full of modern technology and attractions, but we have to be careful in spending according to our means, in spending according to our means or according to our needs. Full stop. We have to be wise enough to save for the rainy days, to save for our rainy days. Rainy days means when we will not have much sufficient, so we have to save when when in times of crisis. We have to be wise enough to save for our rainy days so that we don't have to beg or borrow, so that we don't have to beg or borrow during an emergency. Full stop. It is essential to think big. It is essential to think big. See, totally you must not deny what is there in the view section. You can sometimes agree also. It is essential to think big, but at the same time, over ambition should not lead us to a point of no return, to a point of no return. What does that mean? So you spend everything, nothing will be there in your hand, and then you have to go back from start again from zero, from scratch. Over ambition should not lead us to a point of no return. Full stop. We should be aware of our capabilities. We should be aware of our capabilities and try to reach our goals and try to reach our goals judiciously, try to reach our goals judiciously instead of increasing our demands foolishly, instead of increasing our demands foolishly. Full stop. Full stop. The world has a lot to offer us. The world has a lot to offer us. The world has lots to offer us. The world has lots to offer us. But we must develop the quality of patience, the quality of patience to wait for the right thing, to wait for the right thing at the right time. Now, this is your paragraph on, this is your counter view. Okay, right there, this is the counter view. View section you did not copy, but this is the counter view. Now, view and counter view question is of 4 marks. Okay, 4 points are there. You have to counter those 4 points. This is 4 marks question. There's one more there. Now, see, if you can write in the textbook, you write it, otherwise, you write it in the notebook. Now, what is this question saying? Organic farming is the need of the time. Write your views in favor or against the statement. Here it is saying you have to write both. Write both in the sense the view also and the counter viewers. So write down the views first. Now write it in your notebooks. That will be better. Views first. If you can draw those margins like that, but then that won't look that'll look untidy. Write views first and then write the counter. Start. First point, views. Now copy that question there. Organic farming is the need of the time. Write your views in favor and against. Yeah. First one, views. Reduce exposure to pesticides. Reduced exposure to pesticides reduced exposure to pesticides and chemicals since natural fertilizers are used. Since natural fertilizers are used. Second, below that, organic food is costly. Organic food is costly. But it is worth for a healthier diet. Organic food is costly, but it is worth for a healthier diet. But it is healthy also, you can write. Third, better effect on the environment, better effect better effect on the environment by reducing global warming. By reducing global warming. Fourth, organic food has better taste. Organic food has better taste and more nutrition as they are given as it is given more time as it is given more time to develop as it is given more time to develop and is not filled with artificial ingredients and is not filled with artificial ingredients. Now you have to counter these points. Now below that write the counter view. Yes, one thing was that I forgot to tell you all. You have to give a title also, okay? Just go back to the first one, that is bigger cloth for your coat. Now, what title will you give for the counter view? You will give opposite of that, buy a bigger cloth for your coat. Yeah, what the title you should give is be wise, okay? Be wise dash spend less. Or you have to give a title. Huh? There is one mark for the title also. I forgot to tell you that. What else can you all give the title for the previous one? See, it should be opposite of what is given. Buy a bigger cloth for your coat. Instead, you have to say, do not be a spendthrift. You can write that also. Be wise, spend wisely. Be wise, save for your future. Or so you have to give a title there. Can you suggest some other title there for that? Buy a bigger cloth for your coat. Spend less, save more. That way, write that. Spend less, save more. So one mark is there for the title now. Come back to this one. Now we are doing the next one. Counter view. Counter view of the first this thing, reduce exposure to pesticides. Counter view. Some organic first one, that is the first point we are taking. Now you can write it in any form. You may write it point wise. You may write it in a paragraph. Okay. Some organic pesticides can actually have a worse environmental impact. Some organic pesticides can actually have a worse environmental impact contrary to the popular belief. Contrary to the popular belief, some organic pesticides can actually have a worse environmental impact contrary to the popular belief. Now, what does that mean? Now, see, you're not, it means that, those chemicals are not being used, preservatives and all that. But Natural growth also means organic growth also may have certain kinds of, like fungus or some kind of worms there. So it means that some organic pesticides can actually have a worse environmental impact contrary to the popular belief. Second, organic products are costly. Organic products are costly as the production is less than conventional farming. As the production is less than conventional farming. It means slow. It means what? It means slow growth and less product. Organic products are costly as production is less than conventional farming. I have to finish this. Next one. Organic farming. Organic farming may reduce global warming. Organic farming may reduce global warming, but because of the more use of land, because of the more use of land, this practice, this practice may not work with the growing population. This practice may not work with the growing world population. Next one. Organic food gets spoiled faster. Organic food gets spoiled faster as no preservatives are used. As no preservatives are used to maintain their freshness. As no preservatives are used to maintain their freshness. Now, organic food, now the title, see, title here, organic food is the need of the time. That is the views, okay, is given. Counter view, uh, organic food, what will you write? The counter view or the counter view. Now, this is actually the viewpoint. Organic farming is the need of the time. Organic farming may not feed the world population, may not be able to feed the world population. You can say like that. Organic farming cannot feed the world population. Organic farming cannot feed the growing population. That way you can write the counter view. So you can write your own heading that way. That should be according to the topic. Heading title carries 1 mark there. Now we'll be doing more of views and counter views later on. The next one is, I'll just explain, I will not be able to finish, is appeal writing. That is another writing skill. Now when you're on the road, people distribute certain pamphlets. Certain pamphlets regarding some exhibition, regarding some sale, regarding some new coaching classes, regarding some donations and uh, appeal for requesting people to come forward with some kind of donation for the flood relief victims or earthquake victims. So that is what is appeal writing that we have to write. Now there is a procedure in the sense each writing skill has got a different format, as I said. Now, like how year view, counter view. Now this writing skill has three, four important points. Format, you have to draw the frame in the on the page. You have to take the whole page, draw a frame in the sense with pencil, a box inside the page, a frame there. Inside that, you are going to write. Means you have to show that it is a pamphlet. Inside that, you're going to write the heading. You're going to draw. There is you have to draw the logo or some diagram here. Diagram in the sense with pencil. All the work, the pencil work will be for the diagram as for the and for the frame. Written work, of course, you have to write with pen. I'll just tell you because I will not be able to complete here. So that is the steps that are there. You have to draw the frame. We'll do that next time. You have to write the heading. You have to draw the logo on the side of the heading, either both sides or one side. Marks are there for that. Then two, three questions pertaining to the topic, and then one paragraph, and down some website number. Now that is appeal writing. Means now what is the question here? Appeal your classmates to say no to junk food. Now it is no to junk food. So that will be the heading there, and you have to tell them that you should not eat junk food. You have to eat organic food. We'll do that next time. So far, what I did. Any doubts, students? Hello, hello. Any doubts, students? Yes. No, fact you have to write, but you can expand that. Expand that in your own words in the sense. Now, supposing what is the first point? Organic pesticides can actually have worse. So how they can have worse? You can give examples there, but don't make it too lengthy also, because you have to stick to the time. The answers have to be say all language papers are lengthy, okay, and you have to finish your paper in time. So if you can write it, you write it. Otherwise, if time permits, otherwise just write the facts and leave it. That anything else, students? So we'll continue with this next time. Just remind me, okay? If I start again something, some one of you, we have to do appeal writing there. I'll have to note it down these classes. But the thing is, there are 7 batches. One question here and there. Okay. So next time we'll continue with this appeal writing and more of writing skills. Now these are writing skills, creative writing, as you say, and each particular writing has got a different format, as I said. Now we did letter writing, we did email writing, view, counter view, and now appeal writing we will be doing next time. Thank you, students. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.